Well, good day everybody, back. Now we're going to continue on these sliders. Last video I said I was at a standstill till I got some things. I got a 1-inch hole saw, 1.5-inch hole saw. Interesting thing is to get the chuck, it was only like $2 more, so I said screw it, just get that one, because for whatever reason, if I just bought the hole saw, the 1.5-inch was shorter, but this one's longer. Craziness. And then yesterday, off Amazon, I had another digital angle finder delivered. I bought one a long time ago, but it disappeared. The manual one works okay, but the digital one is smaller. I also got this stuff too to spray on it after it's Raptor lined. Anti-slip coating. So first things first is I got 2 lengths of tube right there. And then I got another piece back there. But I'm not going to waste those. I got that tube right there that I originally had bent for that, but it turned out to be bent crooked. So it's kind of useless, so gonna cut that up to use. So just cut the 2 ends off. Who knows? Might use that again someday. Actually, I still am gonna use it. Oh no, I should be able to get the parts I need out of this. So now I gotta measure. And as you can see right there, I just ran that piece through. A little bit of a gap, which is good. But I like the way that fits up. Almost kind of reminds me of a gold trommel spitting out the crap out the bottom. Jumping ahead of myself, I gotta trim this back at least another 1/4 inch, just so that it could sit down inside the tube. So I just cut about a 1/4 inch off. That's gonna sit way nicer. I'll be able to weld that in and grind her down nicely. Now to do the dimple die, probably gonna go 1 inch 3 times hopefully, and then 4 of these small ones. I think that's about all the real estate I got. Just for clarity, I drilled the holes on how it's gonna be. 1 inch, I think the other one's 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 1/2 inch, 1 inch. Get some B-roll for the people, because people like the B-roll. Ah, shit! That's what you gotta watch out for. Yeah, they don't make them like they used to. Drilled 2 holes with this Diablo. Not very impressed. 2 holes, broke off a couple teeth already. And of course, once you get a couple teeth broken, then it's game over. So in case you're ever wondering, I'm just trying to finish drilling these holes, but The rigid hasn't been used since I got laid off work, so 7 months they've been sitting, but battery juice doesn't last long. 7 months of sitting, unfortunately. I think I might have to bust out the air drill. Now to go back to Old Faithful, this Blue Point drill has got to be at least 15 years old. I have drilled thousands of holes with this thing, and it's a trooper. And the cold hard facts is, an air tool will always be better than a battery operated tool. As long as I got a source of air, I can go all day long. I've probably gone through almost 4 sets of batteries on this, just trying to drill these holes in that. You know, still in the charger. Battery powered tools are great for certain things. And those certain things is where you cannot go with air. Like if you're in the junkyard or something pulling parts, battery powered tools are awesome. If you're doing service somewhere where you can't run an air line, battery powered tools are awesome. But otherwise, air tools are 100% way better all the time. Well, time to shut her down for the evening. Pretty much all afternoon was spent getting those tubes modified and drilling these plates out, cutting them to size, fitting them up. Doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're killing batteries left, right, and center, and then you finally bring out the air saw, or air drill, I should say, and that's getting weak as heck too, and I guess over 15 years of drilling holes, you're going to get pretty weak as well. But just a matter of tacking everything up now. Well, I got a dimple die. These dimple dies are laid out. I'm not sure how well that's going to play out because these smaller ones and this plate don't really make a dent. As you see right there, you can hardly see the dimple because the plate is pretty thick, same as that. So I don't know how much that's going to give as far as grip goes. That's why I bought that spray-on nunce slip stuff to see how that's going to work. These clouds are pretty dark. I know, just a couple of minutes because you wanted to go out. I know. Well, it looks like the sun is popping out. Now, I want to get all these dimple dyed up so that we can start tack welding everything into place. So I basically got somewhat centered in my press. I'm gonna go ahead, press this down as much as I can. Using a press is very dangerous, so you kind of have to really understand how a press works. Otherwise you can get yourself in a situation where you might get yourself hurt. So you can see right there, because of the metal so thick, it doesn't really give you too much of a raised profile on these smaller dies. So this is the dilemma that I came down with. Do I recut it to a thinner sheet? It's a more pronounced dimple instead of that. So that's pretty thin. I might get all dented up and stuff from standing on. So I'm just gonna keep the original idea with a thicker metal. I think that's gonna be the smarter choice. So after you're done running the dimple dies, you see how bent up that one is. You're gonna have to straighten that out. I just did that one there, and you can see it turned out pretty good. So now I gotta flatten this one. I'm gonna start by with the socket, a couple bends in the middle. So what I want to do is I want to bend this flat, right? So I got a flat, and I just want to tweak it just ever so slightly past the flat mark, and then I'm going to do the same on the other side. So this side's the same way. I'm going to go flat, and then one little tweak past there. Now I got to do the same for the ends. That's what I do here. Just give it a little tweak, and then back her off. Once you're done, it should be pretty flat. I know this is my center. It's kind of dark in this one spot in the garage, but throw my magnets down there. So I'm using the magnets because they're square, try to get as square as possible. And on the back side here, so now I'm going to tack it probably in the middle, then on the ends. Now I just want to put a couple tacks in there. So I got that tacked into place. The next step is to put these tubes in and get them to fit up properly where we need them to be. I'm gonna go tack it in something like that. I'm using that line right there as best as I could. So that's actually looking really good. I'm gonna throw couple tacks pretty close to that corner, I think. All tacked up, I think that's gonna look pretty good. Yeah, I'm pretty good right there, 89.97. It's almost bang on the money. Just got that one outside for now. Gonna remove the 2 bolts for that one. Take that one off and do the same. This one here is tacked up, and I'm pretty happy with it. So I guess I can start laying some beads. That one's all welded up too now. Home guy was just over and left, and he picked me up some of this to try out in my Jetta. I know most likely I'm gonna have to replace the injector, but this is a professional product as BG244. Apparently you just can't go to the store and buy this stuff. And it says quickly cleans and lubricates diesel fuel injectors, removes carbon deposits from combustion chambers, restores performance in only a few miles of driving. So I got 3 things of that and some fuel diesel conditioner, which will probably come in handy in the winter time, which means my car is going to need to fill up pretty soon. So I'm probably going to fill it up, put this in it, and then go for a long drive somewhere. That being said, both sliders are fully welded up now. They are looking good. I just got to fit them up to the Jeep. There's a couple more little braces, and then get them POR'd 15, Raptor lined, and then put back on the Jeep. The vet is happy with your progress. You're going to stay on 2.5 units of insulin twice a day. Yes, he's happy with the way it's working with you. I know. And you're becoming more of a regular kitty again. Yes, you are. And I know. A couple of weeks we'll get that sensor taken out. Yes. I just got one bolted up and it looks pretty sharp on there. The dilemma I was having, I think I was just overthinking everything again, is I got a piece of, I think it's probably 1.25 inch width going this way, so it kind of acts like an angle iron. But I was kind of thinking of maybe utilizing where the old brackets went and then come across and bolt onto here. But that's only good in a couple spots. The frame or the body is only level with the bottom here. It isn't level here, so I'd have to build a platform to go down. Then I got thinking, I don't think that's really gonna matter, because I got 5 bolts going across the bottom. I got, I think, the same amount going across the top. This rocker on the Jeep is like a channel. There's just a small lip coming down where this is bolted to, and then up top here. So I don't think, for what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have any issues. But if I do, I'm just gonna have to do a repair later on. I think it's time to shut her down. These are all prepped and ready. I'll do the POR treatment tomorrow and probably put some POR 15, and then we'll get these things Raptor lined and put on the Jeep. That being said, it's motherfucking beer time. It's quite a bit of work to fabricate all those up. It's cold this morning. Got some snow in the mountains. House is like 16 degrees, but warmed up later on. But winter's coming soon, so I think this is the last of the big projects, last of the painting. So I shouldn't have anything to worry about coming winter time. A bunch of small projects to work on between now and then, and probably put the car in the garage for the winter time. Work on that, but after I get the rear end in the Jeep, and then I'll do the Dana 30 in the springtime, of course, finish up that, and I will be good to go. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys on the next one.